I want to try to buy a game template and see if by making some upgrades I can turn it into something viral. This is a lot cheaper than buying a full game, and it leaves you with a bigger chance of making a profit. So I really want to test whether this could be a shortcut to success, or if it's better to just build the game from scratch. Templates have a lot of benefits. They're cheap and often allows you to see if the idea already works. Let me find myself a template. I spent some time scrolling through Twitter and I came across this. This game looks interesting. It's about 99 Nights in the Forest, and I think I have seen this concept somewhere else. I need to double check if this isn't stolen. I found a game with pretty much the same concept, so I'll keep on looking. This looks interesting, it's quite cheap and it only has one copy. Let's see if the seller responds. It's the next day and the search continues. I came across this tower defense template and I really like it. It's nothing crazy, but it's simple and I think I can turn it into something big. And here goes my money. Hopefully I received the file. I got the file and the seller was really nice. Let's finally get to work. I started by creating a new group. What should the name be? Let's go with Balloon Games. No, it's taken. I recently discovered that groups can now have banners, so I went ahead and designed one in Photoshop. It turned out pretty good. Alright, now let's actually turn the game around. First of all, I changed the lighting. This already makes the game look 10 times better. I don't want to use stats for this game, so I remade the plot. Because it's going to be a tower defense, I added a path. Of course, I also had to re-script some functions in order to make it work. And just like that, I'm done scripting the pathfinding system. I used waypoints, it's the easiest way to do this. With these little blocks, you create a path for the enemy. Currently, the plot looks empty. Let me spice it up. I hopped on a 3D modeling software called Blender and made some trees. I also made this rock and a couple more assets. Okay, so I just got done modeling. I made 2 trees, 2 rocks and a couple flowers. If I need more assets, I will make them in Studio. I added hills, trees and overall improved the look of the plot. I wrote my second script. It's going to create a cool looking animation. You'll see what I mean. It's getting late, but I was able to do a lot today. First of all, I got done with the plot. It's pretty simple, but I like how it looks. I also added group rewards, but they're not scripted yet. There's also this cool billboard UI animation. If you get close enough, this'll play. Next up, I need to implement my own framework. It's going to be a long and tedious task, but it'll make my life easier. Of course, there are also some bugs, but it was nothing I couldn't fix. I'm pretty much done implementing my own framework. Well, except for the UI part, which will be painful. I also made a hotbar work with keybinds. It was just annoying before. Even the smallest changes can make a big impact. I'm not talking about development. Anyways, the template came with these enemies. They're not bad, but I wanted my game to have balloons. I used to play this mobile game called Bloons Tower Defense. It was one of my favorites, and this game will be inspired by it. I hopped on Blender and began making a balloon. I needed 24 different variants, so I had to get creative. I also made blimps, which will be the bosses. I quickly ran out of ideas, and I found a crazy way to make models. This right here is Meshy.ai. I asked it to generate me an image of a blimp. Then using the image to 3D feature, it gave me a real blimp model. If you think something's off, you can always ask it to remake it, or make adjustments yourself. The thing is, you can import the model straight into Blender, because it supports so many formats. Meshy did agree to sponsor this video, but honestly, it's something that I would use anyways. Just look at this blimp model. This will go straight into Blender. I will link their software in the video's description. It's crazy to see what AI can do nowadays. For the rest of the models, I textured them using Substance Painter. I hand painted every single detail. I started modeling at 10 AM and I ended on 10 PM. I pretty much spent the whole day modeling and making textures. I was able to make 24 balloons in total. To spice things up, I added particles. Now I can say that I'm done. I forgot to tell you that I hired my friend to make UI that'll display the balloon's name and health. I did the same thing for the turrets and the town hall. Speaking of town halls, I want to add a feature where you can upgrade. I need a couple more levels though, so I hired a modeler to create them. I'll show you the hand it to my brother Gemini. I want this game to have its own soundtrack. Let me make a post on Twitter and see if someone applies. It's been a while and I managed to make the balloons spawn. You can damage them and they should act like real enemies. Let's see if my town hall gets destroyed. I feel like I can make the losing more satisfying. In order to do that, I need new UI. With a little bit of scripting, I was able to create a nice looking animation. I just got done with the dead screen and it turned out pretty satisfying. Why is it so big? I forgot to scale the UI. Now it should work. I might as well redesign the rest of it. Let me tell you, this wasn't the final design. I ended up settling on this style. I think it looks good. Now comes the hardest part, which is to correct every single script that is related to UI. This is just one folder. It's really late, but I'm finally done with the UIs. I didn't just make them, I also added a bunch of animations. This makes the game feel more alive. And there's also a friend boost, which doesn't work. At least the visuals are done. Okay, now let me catch some sleep. Good morning. I started my day off by making some developer products. Then I wrote a script that's going to spawn in the balloons. What the f is happening right now? I think this script is a little bit broken. Instead of moving them with scripts, I will animate them. I just got done with the visuals and they turned out pretty good. It's kind of hard to notice, but each balloon has an animation. And there's also this satisfying effect when it gets destroyed. I wish you could hear the sound effects. Here's how the blimps turned out. I think it's pretty good. Next up, I began making the upgrades UI. Then I scripted the main system. Unfortunately, it didn't work. However, I easily fixed it. I want to add chests. This way you'll be able to unlock better weapons. I scripted the main system and did some configuring. I don't know why I keep on doing this. My sleep schedule doesn't exist anymore. Anyways, I made these crates work. You can go ahead and buy them in the shop or pay Robux. And once you go ahead and open them, this nice animation will play. And I should have it in my inventory. There we go. Also, I remade the placement system. Now it works on Xbox, and I also made it that you can place blocks only on the path. It's time to build the map. I'm going to go for the style that Fish used. I built the marketplace stall, added some hills, and for the cherry on top, trees. I also added leaderboards. They're great for adding competition. Let's go. I'm finally done with the map. What happened with my plot? I don't know why it's in the ground. Anyways, I really like how this map turned out. It's finally something different from the usual stud style. And I made sure to pay attention to little details, like these turrets. What's a video without me forgetting to anchor something? Let me anchor these chests. There we go. I want to make a really good tutorial. I have seen developers adding a spotlight on specific buttons, and I wonder, how is it even possible? I have two theories. One is that they use an image label, which is unlikely. The other is that they use 4 frames that are positioned in a way to create a spot in the middle. I tried to use the second approach, and it kind of worked, but it wasn't that good. I came across this dev forum post. Yo, no way this works. Well, I guess it does, and this way I can easily change the shape. I scripted the tutorial system. Let's see if it works. Let's go, I'm finally done scripting. This tutorial system is insane. As you can see, it creates this nice spotlight on the button that you have to click. This pretty much leaves all the confusion behind. The player knows exactly what to do. And once you go ahead and complete the tutorial, all the other buttons should appear. I swear, this is the best tutorial that I have made. I moved on and created the settings frame. Sometimes you just want to mute the music. Oh, and speaking of that, I never found someone who could make the soundtrack. It's time to add a starter pack. They're really helpful for improving the payer conversion rate. Remember about town halls? The modeler got back to me and I was shocked. Yo, these town halls look so good. These will be a perfect fit. The upgrade system was already done, so I just needed to configure them. To be honest, I don't remember what I was doing here. I think there was a bug. Let me take a look at what my testers have found. Yo, there are so many bugs. I have a math exam tomorrow. I really need some sleep. Well, I didn't get much sleep. I was determined to fix all of these bugs. Yup, it's safe to say I failed math class. This doesn't even make sense. This is nothing to worry about when there is a bug like this. After a little bit of scripting, the blocks work now. I think I'm ready to publish this game. Oh, wait, I need thumbnails. Here's how I make them. Step 1. Make a scene in Studio. Step 2. Improve the quality by upscaling the image. Step 3. Add effects in Photoshop. I did this while I was at school, so I didn't get to record much. Okay, so I did some work while I was at school, and to be honest, I don't even know why I made so many thumbnails. But I like them though. I try to keep them as simple as possible. If I had to predict which one will do the best, it'll probably be this one. There's something about it that makes me want to click it. I don't want to spoil anything, but I may have been right. I did some final testing, purchased 16 ad credits, and launched the first campaign. Let's go, I got my first players. This guy seems to have a decent base. The balloons cannot even get past the first tile. But on the other hand, this guy has an even crazier base. And what is happening with this blimp? It's going backwards. I need to fix this. There were many other issues, and one by one, I fixed them all. I wonder how the ad is doing. I'll check back tomorrow for the results. Okay, the first ad has stopped running. It's been around 12 hours, so I kind of slept in. It got a click-through rate of 2.57%. It's not crazy good, but it's not bad as well. But the good thing is that the game still has some players. This means that they're coming back. Roblox loves retention. If it's high, your game is moments away from blowing up. Let me bring out the big guns. And just like that, the second campaign is live. I wonder if there are any bugs. I find it a little bit strange that no one can get past wave 76. Well, it turns out that it's physically impossible. It just doesn't exist. And the reason for that is that I just forgot to configure it. Now it should work. I have an idea to get even more players. There are these things called events. It allows players to sign up for a future update. I built a platform and wrote a new script. Here's the plan. I need players to step on this pad in order to join the event. If they sign up, there's a chance that they will join the event, which means I will get better retention and have more players at the launch of an update. I hope this works. Only 13 people have signed up, but it's only been an hour. I need to give it some time. In the meantime, let me add new balloons. I made a ceramic one and also a dragon one. These should be enough to add 50 more waves. I was looking at the like ratio and I noticed something odd. Uh-oh, this sounds game breaking. I didn't really understand what this bug meant, so I don't even know if I fixed it. My friends found a couple more bugs, and slowly but surely, I fixed them all. The third ad just stopped running, and something crazy happened. 8%? It already made the game go into the algorithm. I have never seen this before. It's already at 72 players. Usually I would have to run around 5 ads, but now I only did 3. I feel like this is a really good sign. I'm releasing an update in less than 24 hours, so the player count will probably double. I really want to make this update special, so I created the little admin abuse system. All I need to do in order to update is press this button. And boom! We're live. It should restart these servers. Everything was going well, but then something unexpected happened. Of course I f***ed it up. No! The game is broken! Once again, I ruined my chances of going viral. Half of the players just vanished. I was about to put this game in the garbage until it started making the meanest comeback ever. At the time of editing this video, it's already at 400 players. The weirdest part is how fast this game managed to hit the algorithm. On the third day, it already got home recommendations. Now let me calculate how much profit did I make. I spent 10,000 on the template, 15,000 for these town halls and 10,974 on ads. The game has made a total of 42,977 Robux. So this time I actually made a profit. Hold up, while editing this video, something crazy happened. Yo, the game is at 3,000 players! Am I dreaming right now? No way, I can't believe this is happening. You don't know how much this means to me. Let's go! So I did it. I finally did it. I never imagined that I could turn this template into something that has hundreds of players. The most important thing is that you never give up. I faced a lot of problems, but in the end, it all worked out. I would appreciate if you could smash that subscribe button, because I'm quitting if we don't get to 100k by the end of the summer. Peace.